is so cozy, warm. Please God, keep them from the fucking war. It's already fucked up enough. From here on we have a good chance if there's a world war. Holy fucking shit. God damn it. The problem is with this is that we are so dependent on everything. Last World War was a whole different story. People weren't used to working, creating their own food, and that's fucked up. I became a city person. I always was a city person. Came from the country, from the little small village, but I was never living like that. And city person, that's gonna be tough. I don't know what to do then. I'm gonna try to... Honestly, I wouldn't be afraid so much of nothing. Not of the homelessness and not even of the world war, which is kind of fucked up, but if I wouldn't have this whole shit going on with the metabolization, if I could metabolize any food, holy, what the fuck, like what's to fear about? I was just move, travel, work without a problem, anywhere, I don't fucking care. But I'm so dependent on this specific stuff. This is gluten-free, of course. It's a gluten-free snack. Not the best for me, but sometimes I just need something different than always the same diet stuff. Just all you can do in this situation is praying for the best. You will probably awake in a nightmare hell, and then the feeling that I have right now, which is from me taken whenever I turn home, but it's gonna be way worse than that for everyone. It's gonna be so bad. The super privileged, super privileged, they will probably not even have a problem. Now we'll see. Right now, I only pray for the best. I wrote into some Reddit. For the first time I did Reddit today. Ricky Gervais making fun of valuable minorities. Soon homeless comedian backlashes to create supernature equality for the first time in history. No longer Ricky, it's the homeless who got blocked by admins when trying to share his world-changing video, because you're not allowed to share videos in dictator's world who makes sure that poor stay poor. And I had the biggest success ever in history of my internet use. I had like 400 views on this one meme that I made within an hour, but it's not linked to anything because they would have deleted it. But I said this on the meme that this is that I can't share links because of dictation that keeps the poor poor, which is against every admin of every fucking stupid group, because this is real. It's a real big problem. All these admins, all these groups. But that guy was really speeding. And I had a relaxed day, made really super relaxed something out of it. And now I'm eating and it's still warm, it's still cozy. God damn it. Hopefully it goes all good for everyone. Hopefully I can be a big part of fixing humanity. I wish, look, it's so fucked up. Imagine in 10 years, without the World War, in 10 years everyone knows that I was there. Like, why? We needed him so badly. You need me so badly right now. And since 2015, look, 2015 I wrote the Paradox Perfection Theory. It's part of fundamental reality. This is the base. And to that paper series, there's a lot more that fixes humanity. I only wrote the first paper and I only published the first paper because there's no point in publishing more to it when you don't know even the base. Right now I kind of let go of it. Nobody knows the base, nobody will ever care about this, but for a while I thought like there's no point in it. You need to read the first paper, and then this is probably gonna change many minds because it's so freaking intelligent. I wrote this in 2015. Imagine. So long ago. I'm ever since here, and I ever since create things because I care. It's different. It's not just ever since I'm here and I'm intelligent. I'm ever since here caring about humanity. God damn it! One day I will be old, and everyone will know when I'm old who I am, and everyone will know that this was just all lost time for every one of us. And why? Because of discrimination. Because this is still the maximum normality. It's so normal for absolutely everyone and everything. Even the people who pretend to themselves that they are good people. You can't be a good person if you're discriminating, and everyone discriminates. You just don't know it, and that makes it, yeah, it's fucked up. But the moment I tell it to you, to your face, you will hate me. You see, you can't do anything. You have just to wait for the species to evolve, and it takes probably 20 years. It's every time the same. This can't be the same when I'm older. This can't continue. Evolve, come on. It's so fucking easy. Just be preventious. Think about other perspectives, other people. Think about the unprivileged. Think about that they are punished in the first place and get punished on top by humanity. Prevent that. That can't be the case. Someone is annoying, someone is difficult, don't throw them away. They are annoying and difficult because they never got the chance, they never got the friends, they never got the privileges. Don't cancel people. Give them a chance, and don't see them as a burden, even if it's difficult moments. Don't see anyone as a burden, unless they are truly mentally ill, insane, evil, or filthy, or something like that, you know? Like dirty people, or some perverts, or some whatnot, you know? Like when there are people who are not up to anything bad, who are not doing anything bad. Yeah, when they are just, maybe, let's say, they have their personality and they're annoying, or they come up with whatever content that nobody understands. What the fuck? This is still a masterpiece of life itself. When somebody from unprivileged circumstances, from hell, comes up with all that, never breaks, never gives up, even when he breaks. That is the one inspiring thing. Nothing else is inspiring. Everything else is a product that minds the consumers. And then you have someone there who doesn't mind, and he gets fucked up by everyone. Don't do this in the future. Protect people, protect values. Don't mind, don't be mined. Build everything on values. I think this was the most important video I've ever created. Nah, that's it. Everything I've ever created is like this. And now I wish you a good evening. And could be my new intro for YouTube. Maybe I wonder why I never do an intro, because it's never, I can't just, I don't know, I failed to make an intro ever since. I've never had an intro that is just simple and that explains people what I do, who I am, and I think about this every week for like 2 years or something, since I do YouTube. I have done YouTube before. I had a lot of, not a lot, but I had like 2 other YouTube channels where I really put in effort. Nobody ever cared. The poet that you see in the Fuck Ricky documentary, The Making of, the poet, for example, was part of a whole series of ideas. I would love to do the poet again because it's super fun, but I don't have a green screen. I don't have this. My camera is broken. The camera I use for the poet, you can see the quality. Yeah? I had a different camera. I had the Canon camera. Since that is gone, my options are so limited. So fucked up. It's, yeah, when you're poor, when the camera I had for so many years that had it damaged anyways, and I bought this used, and I bought this after saving a lot of money. You know what you have to do as an unprivileged to get anything going. It's unbelievable. And once it's gone, it's gone. You have to let go, and letting go at some point now here, okay, I can do it because I was fucking tortured. Letting go is all I know. And when you're younger and when you want to compete with privileged people who just go into a store and they have it, and you're saving years for something, then you have it and it breaks, you scream and you feel that you want to fucking end yourself because you don't know how to do this in this society. You don't know how to live, how to compete. There's no chance to compete with privilege. But I'm still on a high level everything I ever did because I figured it out in hell. The way a music producer, nobody will ever believe. Yeah, the only friends in music I have, they're a producer who does this for a living, and the singer, female, are from America. Once I told him how I produce, and he couldn't really believe it, and he still didn't even get it, that it's way worse in reality. I'm so unprivileged. When I edit, I have to reinstall the program every week for years, every single week. My music program crashed every session up to 100 times. I had to produce 1 month for the big remixes I made for them and for others. 1 month every day because the program crashed, and to get it right, then the headphones are having a scratcher inside because they're broken, but you have to use it until the absolute final ends. Everything I used, the bicycles I had the past years, I wrote them when they are gone, when they are highly risking your life in the streets. That's when I'm starting, you know. That's when I'm starting to learn to endure, and to, like, at some point you find yourself screaming on the bicycle because the chain always and you know, you're always like over rotating, and then you hit your sack on the, and that's my normality. That's when you find yourself going insane, and at some point it's so normal that it's like it just goes away, and it's okay, that happens. It tortures you to a point where you lose it, but then it tortures you more and more and more, and then it's like you can't do anything about it. You don't have money. I'm the poorest ever. I'm a beggar, actually. I'm a freaking lowest from society. And here I am, trying every day to make the maximum out of it. Living toward homelessness that I cannot prevent. And the things I create to prevent this, people don't understand. But this is the last thing after everything else. I tried this system. I tried everything. The system is the worst. You know the sentence, the cure is worse than the disease. Yeah, this is system. The moment you enter system, you get damaged on top. You lose time, you get damaged on top, and you win absolutely nothing but more struggle, pain, and fucked up shit that you can never process because it all failed. Every single step in system trying to prevent homelessness here just damaged me in a way that is traumatizing. It is unbelievable. I've tried thousands of attempts. I'm not kid you not, like, it's unbelievable how much I've tried. And it drives you insane when you do that. It drives you insane because it's all just wasted time. I could have spent the time only focusing on big projects and art, but then if I do that, in the end, when I turn homeless, everybody can blame me on top. You didn't try system, you didn't try this and that. I tried fucking absolutely everything, only for you, for everyone, for people, so that I can in the end say, I tried it, and here the documentary is partly there, but not the full documentary on all I've tried. That is so difficult for me to create because I have so many folders, so many screenshots, so many everything here and there, and it's all traumatizing. It's one day I will create that documentary to put this all out, how much I tried. If I can make it without turning homeless, then I probably don't ever produce this documentary because it's just, why? Fuck it, I have produced enough evidence. But I tell you, I've tried everything, every single thing. You cannot imagine how much more I've tried. And I reach out to so many people, to everyone. I reach out to the world, to everyone, to small, to big, to middle, to everyone, to organizations, to people, to famous, to not famous, to middle famous, to organization people, to freelancers specifically for cases like mine, just never my case, because my case, I'm an artist, and nobody wants to deal with an artist. It's a story of 100% discrimination, simply because I am who I am, and then they see something of mine, and that's instantly they sort me out, seeing less and worse and an illness in me. And everything I ever did and created, people see an illness just because I'm not in the algorithms, because there's nobody having my back and saying, are you fucking stupid? Look at this guy, how talented he is, how dedicated, how passionate. He's not mining you, he's not ripping you off, he's caring about every fucking one. Even when you hate, all he wants is to stop hating him, support him, and then he cares about you. And you destroy people like that for what? For the assholes who are privileged in the first place, and then they mine you and you love them for no reason. All these winners, of course they look more stable, of course they have better better perfect faces and the perfect smiles and the perfect moments and the perfect pictures and the perfect situations, the perfect documentaries, absolutely everything perfect. Then they will say, if you say it's perfect, then they will say, no, it's not perfect. Here and there we struggled and this and that. And then again, perfect untouchability. Once you question them, they know exactly what to do. Yeah, it's like a guy, Ricky Gervais, has this documentary. I see this on the internet. If you think he's a bad guy, watch this. He's not a bad guy, but he's definitely, absolutely the opposite of a good person. He's not a good person. He's an untouchable guy who couldn't care less, who just does whatever the fuck he wants. And that is what they do. Then they put out the documentary that makes him the good guy. It doesn't matter if he has personally says some things that could be, oh yeah, he has something good in his mind that works the way it should be, and then he still goes everywhere and offends the shit out of people and does the worst things. Look, I want to end this here, this new great YouTube intro. I want to end this with a metaphor. Choose. I want you to choose between a group of people and another group of people, in this case one person. There's a group of people swimming in the open water. Some of them are floating, they have something to hold on to, but they're still on the open water swimming. They don't have a boat, they don't have nothing, they're just floating, and this is already the best case. Then there are other guys really swimming without anything to hold on to, and they're fighting for their lives. That's a guy like me, and that's so many others in society who are struggling, and there are many who have never done anything wrong, just because discrimination and all of that. But so now there are the floating people and the swimming people, and in the middle of them, there's a gigantic yacht. Yeah, like this one. Boom. There's a gigantic yacht in the middle of so many millions of people floating and swimming around this gigantic yacht. And some of them, they are really drowning, really dying. Yeah. And nobody pays attention to them because they're all focused on the yacht. And on the yacht is one person who says, I'm drowning too. In money. Do I whine? And absolutely everyone laughs. They find this funny because this is manipulation. You're there floating in the water, and there are many people drowning in the water or trying not to drown on the open water. And this is the real world. This, what I just told you, is not the metaphor. And you have to choose. You have to choose. Yeah, choose a group, which is insane when you understand it, because you're part of that group and you don't even choose yourself. You always choose the guys on the yacht. This is the manipulation. This is the power of the upper class. I don't want to end them. I don't want to fight with them. I want to unite with them. I want them to see that this metaphor is reality, and that they are, let's say, I give it to them, innocently living in a complete divided society. Yeah, you've done it, you had your chance, you had your everything, you had everything. I don't want to take from you, I just want to have a reality where we get a little tiny piece. Look, I'm soon homeless. I'm fucking tortured, I have nothing. I have to beg often. Give me decent dignity, give me, I deserve it. I'm very talented, I'm intelligent, I care, I share. I deserve it, but I can't have it because the people on the yacht own the people's mind. They own you. You're in the water and you attack your own kind. And the worst part about this, in the water there are the sharks, and the sharks are making the unprivileged who are swimming there without something to hold on to, they're biting us. Yeah. And nobody cares. We are bleeding. Nobody cares. If I put out a metaphor with the shark, then everyone is, this is an insane guy. He's intense. He's going with the You need metaphors to understand reality. If I put out something, then whatever I put out, trust me, it's all good. It's all helpful. If it's intense for a moment with a picture that makes you scary because it's a real freaking shark, you know what the real world is like. If you would be unprivileged without anything to hold on to, and then the people attack you, the sharks attack you, your own kind attacks you, and the guys on the boat, they always win. They can even throw stones at you on top, which is what they do, which is what Ricky does. They he makes a joke, am I drowning in money, do I whine, and then he throws stones at the trans people in the water, and some of them actually drown because they can't take it, fighting their whole lives to get what everyone had. The boys got to live, the girls got to live, they got to grow up normal, and everything in between didn't get to live because there was nothing in between. There was just boys and girls. So now, after all these years, they're growing, and because it is, yeah, a symbol for freedom, that's why it sucks many people in, because people are tortured by politics and by divided society, which is also the upper class torturing us, Ricky and all these guys torturing us by just mining us and abusing us. That is why everyone is so broken, that when the trans people create this natural appearance of this is for freedom, which it is, but it's also actually supposed to be just about the trans rising, but they are joining so many people in on it because it just, what else is there? Yeah, the climate movement is a fear movement. They don't even understand their own science. Should I do this right now, explaining you the climate? It's going to be a long intro, but yeah, okay, let's do it because it's important. So the climate has so many factors. I give you right now the point about the climate. Nobody understands it. This is a fact. This is a fact. Nobody understands it because you cannot understand it. It is constantly shifting, and it's a gigantic cycle of changing, constantly changing things. That means even if you reach a point where you truly understand this, yeah, when you have data and when you understand this, it changes within a day. There's one volcano that erupts, and it's everything different. And when you say, when they make you fear about that one area where it's everything bad or burning or flooding, then another area profits of it, but they never talk about this. Yeah, because there's real life suffering. But is it suffering? Is Greta suffering, or is she rich? Did she get rich without ever solving anything? No offense, Greta. Look, I'm a big fan because I once thought you're kind of the only intelligent person. I know the only intelligent person in the world. Nobody gives a fuck about that. But I choose whatever I can get, right? Because I cannot see me there and choose me as a role model. I'm just this rat. So I have to choose in the pool of options, and there I saw Greta, and I thought that could be partly a role model for me. But she's a child, and a child cannot be my role model unless she's a logical child. And if she would be logical, she would not be a permanent school skipper and would get rich of it and would play the role play game, would do, look, I can put the sentence like this: who is filthy rich, repeats scripts and solves nothing. Greta hates them. What everyone hates. Child, she needs to live the spectrum of what it means to be a person. She needs to experience what it means to have an opinion that nobody shares, that you have to protect, and have to find a way in a world that will not support you to create something out of it that you can influence or fix something. Yeah, you know what it's like when you lose all your friends because you stick to the version that you believe in, that you understand. When you lose every single friend, then you have your understanding, and some people share it because it's great when you're young, but one after one leaves you and they drop you and they leave you behind. They don't care what you become for never ever doing something wrong. They loved you for the same that they now hate you for. And everyone goes along with the wrong version of society. And you try to protect it by yourself forever, without any fame, that's when you find out who you are. Greta, you don't even know who you are, because you have not lived the spectrum. It was interrupted. It was interrupted, and then suddenly a child becomes some it girl of a climate movement. Then you have these stars in the trans movement. And then you have the stars in some other politics. There's a German girl who's star in politics. A girl. She's supposed to be just a girl, just a school. Yeah, Greta is also a politics star, right? She's not only climate star, she's also a politics star in a way. Like, what the fuck is wrong? This world has no role models. This world has no role models. There are some good people out there. There are intelligent people out there, and I respect some people. There's this guy Robert Reich. Respect that man a lot. Yeah, but also he does this his whole life without ever something changing. Yeah, because it needs something more to it. This guy should be working for me, but in a different world, not in this world. But this is, you need the guys like this, but you need also the guys like me. Without guys like me, you cannot change this world. Impossible. Especially not with children who have never even experienced life, don't even know what it's like. Yeah, I'm pushing the limits here of what it even means, what is possible for unprivileged, while nothing is possible. Yeah, and I do this my entire life. My entire life. I was born in hell. Heroin addict throw me to life. They get fucking beaten up. They wanted to burn us. They one psychopath. Mother chooses idiots. Psychopath wants to burn us. Lights up the car in the night. We're escaping from him. Escaping to someone. My grandpa met him the first time. He hits me. Never saw him again. Met my grand-aunt. She's screaming at me, "You asshole!" Because I played with this. You know these locks in the door. When you're naturally creative, like, you're intelligent, you're cognitive. You know, you're learning. You're a child. You want to enter the lock, and then she sees that you're playing around with this lock. She's violent. She pushes you aside, screams at you, "You asshole!" Yeah, that's the kind of people I grew up with. Completely fucking disturbed, mentally ill, evil, angry, psychopathic. They fuck you up within your first years, that you can never ever be part of that stable, perfect world that is so fucked up when this world is actually living in so many problems, the wars and the injustice. Yeah, fucking free Julian Assange. Are you kidding me? How can he be extradited? How can all this big being present and doing the demonstrations leads to absolutely nothing? This one politician that now decided this. What is with this person? What is with all of them? The whole world is wrong. It's all fucked up. It needs guys like me. So whatever I do it, you cannot define a better version. Yeah, that's now how I end this. Yeah, humanity is praying without being able to define the prayers. That's why, for example, many pray to God. I also pray to God for my life. And I don't know, I choose, sometimes I really believe in that the worldies are given by God, by some higher power. Because I prayed for my life, here I am, the worldies saved my life, and they are free for humanity. Worldymania, it's unbelievable, there's so much to it. Everything, free concept, free games that make jobs and monies, worldy lands, I see it, everything, there's so much, there's the whole future. Worldies are a total perspective and alternative and free. It's the first time, not a product. It could be this ultimate symbol for freedom, for self-expression. Yeah, I'm a man, 33 years old, soon 34 years old, and I love the worldies and nothing can break my love. Nobody, not even maximum stages of discrimination and hate could break me. That this is love. This is what who I am. When the world tells you be yourself.
Sei immer du selbst, glaub an dich.
Yeah, be yourself as long as you're like everyone. This is, when you're yourself, you're living outside of the pool of identification. And then everyone hates you and can actually commit crimes to your life and even murder you in a way, because you're outside. This means you're not even in any pool of human rights if you're outside of the pool of identification. That's where I'm living. So when you're truly yourself, you see it. This is how it looks. That's why everything I do is so different from the rest of the entire species of creators and creative people and of artists and of thinkers and of inventors. All I do is different because I'm doing it outside of the pool of identification. But actually, I'm right here. I'm sitting here. Look, everywhere people. I'm not outside anywhere. I'm not in some floating empty space somewhere. You know, I'm not up there. I'm here in this world. Everywhere people, normalities around me. That means, imagine everything is a red dot. Yeah? And I'm a green dot. I'm a vaccine. I'm the vaccine for system, for all the wrongs. And everyone can become a green dot by simply accepting me, understanding who I am, what I do, and that I'm here for a reason. I've created everything for a reason. It's a higher point to it, a higher purpose. Not because I want this, okay? I fucking wish I don't want this. But what am I supposed to do? You just say, okay, Yeah, I know something better to do. I don't know something better to do than when I have the mind to fix fundamental problems than doing it. Yeah, there's nothing better to do in this life. It's just wasted lifetime if I focus on myself, like selfishly. Yeah, and having a great time, chilling, relaxing. However, I missed the point, the final point. It's always happening, all these thoughts. But I don't belong to a community, I don't belong to anything, and that's why everyone is shamed for me. I'm pretty sure that look, I mentioned the only friends I have in music. Pretty sure that nobody identifies with me unless everyone is. It's this tipping point. Humanity needs the tipping point with this guy. Yeah. Once there's a tipping point, we tip over to vaccine of system. Everyone gets it. Everyone understands it. Nobody should have ever been ashamed for me. Nobody should have ever thought bad about me. It should have been the other way around. I should have had in the first place support from absolutely everyone. And when there's a guy different, yeah, then you need to accept people. I'm different. I am who I am. I am the way I am. But I'm not any wrong, bad, different. Just actually really myself, just a person, which is super great because I've seen nobody who's really an own authentic personality. I feel most people are a copy of a copy, and they're all the similar, it's all the same. Everyone, you're supposed, they tell you be yourself, but you can only be yourself when you're like everyone. Yeah, you can be yourself, but then you're outside, forgotten, nobody cares about you. There's so many people in this world nobody cares about. Yeah, and they are valuable, they're intelligent, they're talented, they're completely sorted out. There's more and more psychological insanity. The treatment is the insanity. Yeah, the treatment is the insanity. More and more on the internet, even your internet therapy of the most incompetent people. Psychology is the discovery of untouchability. Evolution. First step, discovery of untouchability of the greatest power ever. Second step, you're either in or you're fucked. This is why this is rising. This not because the people are suffering. The people were suffering ever since. The people need not much and then they're happy. It's so simple to cure depressions, to cure emptiness, to cure hopelessness, to cure fear. It's all so fucking simple. It's so simple. Be around me one day and your whole perception is gonna be different. It's all different. You will be free. You will not have fear. We will be a team. You will feel it. Even if you don't want to spend more time with me, then I'll be okay. It's all right. Yeah, we don't have to. You don't have to spend time because you've forgotten how it is to spend time, and I've forgotten how it is to spend time. We're all just on the internet, and that there's no real world, no real communities. It's all right. It's not all bad because we need the internet. We need to connect. We need that for humanity to be really united and to have shared values and to have a shared understanding. We need that. It comes all with the price. Ever since, everything comes with the price. Yeah. You age, you lose the teens. You think you never want to age. You never want to be anything but the teens. I thought there's today I'm here in this age. I don't want to be a teen again. I want to be this. I want to be me. I'm free. I'm authentic. I've survived system that didn't break me. Nobody changed me. I'm the most peaceful, great version that I am the person that I dreamed to be before I even know how great I could be, how great a person could be, how authentic you can be. I had no idea, and I managed to become that. I want to be that, and that is me today, age 33. Yeah, I sometimes feel like I look like shit. Sometimes feel like the body is just completely leaving me hanging here. I wish I had the young body. Wish I had the younger face. And everything comes with a price. You lose few things, but you win. And when it's well used, then it's everything you need. Yeah, what you don't need is internet therapy. What you don't need is therapies at all. It's insanity. I have been to therapies because system forced me to. There's an episode AI, the 3rd episode, born labeled. Yeah, they forced me my whole life because this is what they do. Unprivileged, born labeled. You get into the system. That's what they do. They control you. They send you there because the jobs exist. So that they can't just empty jobs and nobody earns money. They are there. They're sitting there, and it would be just like, Nobody there, nobody waiting in the room, nobody in system telling someone to go there. No, that's why they send people there. Yeah, they need you bleeding. They need you bleeding. It's their job. Imagine, understand my words, they need you bleeding. They don't want to stop the bleeding. It was never about stopping the bleeding. They need you bleeding. You're a victim of crimes and they sit there and treat your bleeding instead of ever stopping the crimes, ever stopping your bleeding. I can stop your bleeding so easy. Let's be equal. No problem. Free. I create so many big inventions for humanity. The Worldy games are a gigantic invention. I cannot do it because I'm fucking fighting for my life and I'm turning homeless. I haven't even started. I'm a full-time artist for so many years, kind of since 2013. Started music producing through 2013, taught this myself full-time. Every day, so much in love, unbelievable. Read about everything I've written in the www.isolationarts.com. It's the Vimosa, it's the World Web Heritage. It's going to be the future of humanity, of internet. There will be more future, other people, things. We need this all, but we need me and what I do, definitely, because it's free. And it's a World Web Heritage. It's nature, yeah. And you will be. It's reliable forever, yeah. Make me the richest man in the world. I will still be a poor man. Yeah. I'm gonna give it all away. Yeah. I just need basic needs covered, and I will spend forever the money. But I will choose definitely. If I gain wealth, I will choose where it goes, and I know how to choose because I have the super logic. I really know where to invest, what to do, what to fix, where is money needed, yeah. But that's the first time when selling is going to make sense to you. Look, I can't sell because it feels wrong. It's all right when you do it, you're living in a different perception. But when I do it, for me, it feels wrong. I cannot sell. I'm an artist. I create out of love, out of talent, I'm meant to do that. I'm meant to unlock ideas and invent. I have so many inventions, so many of my ideas are inventions. If everything scientific I've ever done, I'm just solving and inventing and living the visions. I'm meant for this. What has this to do with fucking money? I'm supposed to be supported by a system, by everyone for that, for who I am, because I'm meant to do exactly what I do ever since. There should be everyone naturally supporting me, that my basic needs are covered, and then I can start to sell and everyone will love it because they know every cent is going to be used for people forever, my whole life. Imagine I become the richest man in the world. I can do that. I have gigantic inventions that I've never talked about this. I can't talk about this. Humanity needs me. I can become the richest man in the world who is never really money. I don't want money. I want basic needs covered. I want everyone to have basic needs covered. And then, yeah, some people are rich, okay, fuck them. But this whole thing that you've been living as normality, it's all fundamentally wrong. I don't want to end it. It will naturally end by itself. Even the rich people will at some point see that this is nothing giving to them, having that bigger number on an account. Yeah, when nobody pays attention to them anymore, when nobody cares. What we care about is values. Ever since you see it in your own family, you want to be treated good by your own family. You don't want to be abused by your family. Yeah, and humanity is a family, and we need to protect each other and support each other, and that's all that ever matters, especially when the world gets more critical and more critical. It's just today I had these thoughts about World War III. It's gonna be too late. It's gonna be fucking too late. It's all gonna be bombed away. All these beautiful cities. Maybe some people don't find it beautiful. I find it beautiful. I love cities. I love country. I love nature. I find all of this is like, it's kind of sometimes, yeah, it's kind of a virus. Humanity pops out of the ground and builds all this stuff. But on the other hand, if we invent good things, we can invent so good things. We can make this all healthy, all of it. Yeah, and that's not supposed to be bombed away, destroyed, and then by that humanity dies mentally, humanity dies physically, and the planet dies. It's too unbelievable. It's too unbelievable. It's too unbelievable where we are. It's too magical, too incredible. There's this science, there's this space people's illness, yeah, when they fly to space and get blown away and can't process this, yeah, when they come back to the earth and need treatment, and therapy and training to reintegrate and get away from. Fuck that. Everyone should be completely blown away. That is the cure. The illness is the reintegration. You need to be blown away. You need to be completely fucking blown away where you are. It's unbelievable. Yeah, but if we are united, a family, then you will be stable. However blown away you are, you will be stable. You will be safe. So maybe this is my long ass YouTube intro. I need an intro. I need the welcome video intro that explains people what's going on. We'll see I probably don't do this because I talked about Greta, and then Greta will cry or will feel that I hate her, or it's gonna be awkward. Yeah, or I don't know. You can't say anything about anyone. It's the fear movement. Yeah. We can fix the climate as much as it can be fixed, but it can't be fixed for real. It's meant to change. It's meant to change. This is what it does. It cycles. Gets warmer, then it's colder. Gets warmer, then it's colder. Sometimes it appears to be very much warmer. Then the sea levels are rising, but somewhere else is some profit from it. Sea levels rising means, okay, fucking start to use your brain. Start to create floating islands where we are living on. So anything we're supposed to solve. It's a survival game that has ever since the problems that you can see ahead. Nothing is solved. Nothing is prevented. It's all just we have to do, but nobody has a solution. But ask me, I have solutions for everything. And the solutions I don't have yet, I can invent. If I'm focusing on it, if somebody takes me serious, we need this fixed. What will you do? How do you think about this? Try it. Anything, absolutely anything. I have super logic. Nobody's gonna care what I ever share. But right now I'm feeling the warmth underneath my feet. And it feels really great. And I'm still sitting here, I'm talking for literally 50 minutes into the camera. And it's so warm and cozy that I don't feel time and anything. Like I just need... It's perfect. I have these perfect moments only because I go out and because I think about solutions, because I think right now about my YouTube channel and how I can freaking save my life, and you're like, yeah, I can't stop. Can't stop. Nobody's even there. People stopped long ago. I will stop this with one last thing. The best thing in the world. Worldy! This is from the tribe of the water worldies. There's many tribes and you can build them so easy, and then you can make a soul activation because they're pieces of my soul. Look what they do to me. That's the purest love. That's the purest peace. I love them so much. I find them so mind-blowing, interesting, creative. Wow, they blow me away. Like really, all of them. I have so many that I haven't even ever shared any footage with them. I've built a time that I wanted to create a 365 challenge, but then they tortured me out of it. But I build every day a worldy. I want to go back to that challenge. I want to build every day a worldy of every. There's so many tribes, alien tribes, and water tribes. And jumper tribes, they can jump, they do the half flip. The half flip never did the half flip, but we can do a challenge. Who does the half flip? They're gonna be a big award for the half flip. Who does it? Because it's impossible. The Worldyman, it's okay. Okay, now I've talked. Yeah, Greta, how about try that? Huh, Greta? How about trying being child? How about trying Worldymania? How about you become crazy? How dare you not to do Worldymania? Yeah. But if you right now want to do anything, something good, Greta, then demonstrate against World War III, focus on World War III. Don't even focus on climate. Yeah, don't. There are scientists actually, and I watch the scientists. I watch the data analyst scientists in climate and stuff like that. I'm decently educated. I really know how they work and what they do. But yeah, however, World War III, war in general needs to be prevented. Yeah. And for that we have to unite. Right now before it's too late. Art, Kunst. Art, siehst du das?
Ja.
Das heißt, das Englisch heißt Kunst.
Du hast Kunst gemacht.
Ich habe Kunst gemacht.
Zeig
Art.
mir, kann ich mal die Fotos sehen?
Ist nur eine Kamera, die filmt. Die filmt.
Filmt
Also-
die also das, also die hat das gefilmt, wie der
Genau.
das soll so aussehen, als wäre der im Zug.
Der war jetzt so mit im Bild, ja. Die Figur, ich baue so Figuren und dann ist die Bahn so lang gefahren.
Ist das mit Apfelschorle?
Nein, das ist nicht zum Trinken. Das ist nur Wasser und da sind so Blütenblätter drin. Ich muss zurück zu meinen Sachen, ja, tschüss.
Ja, klar.
Ich verbrenne in der Sonne. Burning in the sun. I wanted to teach a child what art means in English. He was wondering because I came out of nowhere. I never knew that there was this. I mean, I was not sure if this train is still here. I remember once I've seen this train driving there. Driving? and now I was always, when I was here, I was kind of, was this so long ago? Is this train still riding? And I always saw the train and I was like, okay, hectically running over there and doing the shot, and this kid was just climbing up there like a soon to be professional parkour guy. And yeah, I did the shot from the train with the art, with the worldie, and then he was like, art and Kunst. I've explained, and then he thought there's apple juice. He thought it's apple juice inside. Funny. To be an artist, you gotta think like an artist. It's the wisdom of the day. Genius. Simply genius.